Did you know there's a small town in Pennsylvania with a fire that's been burning underground for over 60 years? It sounds like something out of a movie, but it's very real. And in Illinois, there's a site that used to be bigger than London at its peak, but today, it's almost completely forgotten. A silent reminder of America's first metropolis. In this video, I want to share 7 such places that once thrived but have since faded into the background. Number 7. Cahokia Mounds. Hidden in the heart of Illinois, Cahokia Mounds was once the largest city in North America during its prime around 1250 AD. This prehistoric Native American city was so advanced that it outshone even London at the time in terms of population. The site spans over 6 square miles and includes around 120 mounds, which were used for ceremonial, residential, and political purposes. What makes Cahokia so intriguing is its sophistication. The city had a highly organized layout, complete with a grand plaza, massive earthworks, and evidence of long-distance trade routes stretching as far as the Gulf of Mexico. It is incredible to think about the engineering skills and cultural achievements of societies that thrived without modern tools. When I first read about Cahokia, I was struck by how little recognition it receives despite its monumental role in pre-Columbian history. It makes you wonder why such an advanced civilization eventually disappeared. Some experts suggest climate change, resource depletion, or social unrest, but the exact reasons remain a mystery. Cahokia is more than just an archaeological site. It is a reminder of the ingenuity and resilience of ancient cultures. It deserves to be celebrated as one of America's most significant historical landmarks. Number 6. Centralia. This was once a busy mining town in Pennsylvania, but everything changed in 1962. A fire that started in a landfill accidentally spread to an underground coal seam, and it has been burning ever since. The fire created toxic fumes that seeped through the ground, making the area unsafe to live in. Over the decades, most residents were forced to leave, and today, only a handful of people remain in what is now a ghost town. What makes Centralia even more haunting is how abandoned it feels. Roads are cracked and vent smoke from the underground fire, and buildings stand empty, slowly being reclaimed by nature. It is hard not to feel a sense of unease when you see images of this desolate place. Centralia's story has fascinated many, even inspiring the eerie setting for the video game and movie Silent Hill. It serves as a cautionary tale about the long-term consequences of industrial accidents. While it is a hauntingly quiet town today, Centralia's history continues to spark curiosity and creative interpretations in pop culture. Number 5. Ludlow Massacre Site. In the quiet hills of Colorado lies a place that holds a powerful story. The Ludlow Massacre Site honors coal miners and their families who lost their lives during a labor strike in 1914. These miners were not just fighting for fair wages. They were standing up for their basic rights to safety and dignity at work. The events of that day are deeply moving. After being evicted from their homes, the miners lived in tents with their families. Then, on April 20th, the strike turned deadly when the Colorado National Guard attacked the camp. More than 20 people, including children, were killed in the chaos. This tragedy sparked outrage across the nation and became a turning point for workers' rights in America. Standing at the site, you could not help but feel the weight of what happened. For me, it was a reminder of how far people were willing to go to demand justice. Visiting the Ludlow site made me think about the sacrifices of those who fought for the protections many of us take for granted today. It is a somber reminder but important place, and it teaches a lesson about resilience and the human spirit. Number 4. Fort Jefferson. Fort Jefferson is a remarkable structure located on the Dry Tortugas, a group of islands about 70 miles west of Key West, Florida. This massive fortress was built during the Civil War to protect the Gulf of Mexico, but it was never fully completed. Today, it stands as one of the largest brick structures in the Western Hemisphere. The fort is only accessible by boat or plane, making it a bit of an adventure to visit. While Fort Jefferson's architecture is impressive, it also holds a significant historical story. It was used as a prison during the Civil War, and one of its most famous prisoners was Dr. Samuel Mudd. Dr. Mudd was implicated in the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln. He was accused of helping John Wilkes Booth, and after being sentenced, he was sent to Fort Jefferson. He spent several years there before being pardoned. The fact that such a crucial piece of American history unfolded in this remote place makes the fort all the more intriguing. I've always been fascinated by places with hidden history, and Fort Jefferson is a perfect example of how something so secluded can carry such weight. The fort, surrounded by crystal clear waters and beautiful scenery, serves as a stunning reminder of America's past and the people who shaped it. Number 3. Bodie Ghost Town. Bodie was once a booming gold mining town in the Sierra Nevada, but today it stands as a well-preserved ghost town. At its peak, it was home to over 10,000 people with saloons and hotels. Now, it's preserved in a state of arrested decay, with buildings standing as they were left, windows broken, dust covering old furniture. Walking through the deserted streets of Bodie feels like stepping back in time. There is a strange, quiet energy in the air, almost as if the town is holding its breath. Known for its lawless reputation, Bodie was once a place of wild activity, with frequent fights and robberies. It's easy to imagine the rowdy life that once filled these now silent streets. Bodie stands as a reminder of the gold rush era's boom and bust cycle. People rushed in hoping for wealth, but when the gold ran out, so did they. Visiting Bodie is like taking a glimpse into the past, and it makes you think about how quickly things can change and how history is often left behind in unexpected places. Number 2. The Lost Colony of Roanoke. The Lost Colony of Roanoke is one of the oldest mysteries in American history. In the late 1500s, a group of English settlers disappeared from the colony, leaving behind only one clue: the word Croatoan, carved into a tree. Despite numerous attempts to solve the mystery, the fate of these early colonists remains unsolved. Historians and researchers have come up with many theories over the years. Some believe the settlers were taken in by local Native American tribes, while others suggest they may have tried to relocate or integrated into nearby communities. There are even more unusual ideas, like the possibility of alien abduction, which keeps the story fascinating and mysterious. With so many possible explanations and so few answers, it's a haunting reminder of how much we still don't know about our past. The story continues to inspire curiosity and exploration, drawing many to the site to learn about the people who vanished so many years ago. It's a real puzzle that has endured for centuries, still waiting to be solved. Number 1. The Gateway Arch's Forgotten Rival. At the top of our list, I chose the story of the Gateway Arch's Forgotten Rival. Before the arch became the iconic symbol of St. Louis, there was actually a completely different design in the running. A massive, futuristic observation tower was proposed to rise over the city's waterfront. Designed by Finnish-American architect Eero Saarinen, this tower was meant to be a bold new symbol of progress. However, it struggled with funding and never got the support it needed. Looking back, it is interesting to think about how different St. Louis might have looked if that tower had been built instead. The arch, as we know it today, has become a beloved landmark, standing tall and elegant. Still, the story of Saarinen's design is a reminder of the many what-ifs in history. It shows how architecture can shape a city's identity and leave behind untold stories. I find it fascinating to imagine how the city could have changed if that tower had won. The forgotten rival of the Gateway Arch adds a layer of mystery to this well-known landmark, reminding us that even the most famous places often have hidden stories. These landmarks may have been forgotten by many, but they remind us of America's rich and diverse history. Each one tells a unique story of triumph, mystery, and loss. For me, learning about these places has been eye-opening, and it makes me appreciate the hidden gems we often overlook. Which landmark did you find most interesting? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you love discovering hidden stories.